Welcome back, everyone. First video in the new year, new changes made to the channel. Yeah, let's just jump right in. The story of Lawn Chair Larry begins in 1962. Larry Walters, a 13-year-old from California, was in an Army and Marine store browsing the shelves when he stumbled upon a display of weather balloons. He got this flash of imagination where he thought if he put enough of these onto some sort of light aircraft, it could fly. So time passes, and soon Larry has graduated school, and like most people, he goes off to find a job. Larry has had a passion for flying aircraft, so he decided he would join the United States Air Force. Larry took a vision test, but unfortunately he didn't pass due to him having poor eyesight. And so, Larry decided to pause his dream of flying, and he became a truck driver instead. Years pass. Larry continues his work as a truck driver until one day he remembers his dream of flying. It's likely he was tired of driving trucks and he just wanted to fulfill his dream. Larry puts his plan in action. He decides that he wants to build, out of all things, a flying lawn chair powered by weather balloons. Larry tells his plan to his girlfriend Carol, and her being the sane human being she is, she agrees to it. So Larry and Carol go to the same Army and Navy store where Larry saw the weather balloons all those years ago. Carol is nice and she uses those silly numbers on the front and back of her credit card to spend over $3,000 on the supplies they need, including a lawn chair, a radio set, a BB pellet gun, helium tanks, a parachute, some soda, and 43 weather balloons. Larry and Carol take a lot of time planning the flight and building this lawn chair, now named the Inspiration 1. Finally, on July 2nd, 1982, Larry and Carol set up the Inspiration 1 on the roof of Carol's house. Larry sits on his lawn chair, without a seatbelt actually, and Larry readied himself for his flight. Finally, after 20 years of first coming up with his dream, the first tether is cut. The only thing between the endless sky and the Inspiration 1 is a single tether. Larry waits on the chair, making his final checks, and then the last tether snaps prematurely, sending Larry bounding up into the air. Larry's flight has begun. Not even is Larry 30 seconds into his flight when his glasses fall overboard, which is a problem because, as we all remember, he has bad eyesight. Carol immediately becomes worried, telling Larry if he can't see, he has to come down. Now, call it readiness, call it fate, call it luck, call it Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker level convenience, because Larry had another pair of glasses on him. Problem solved. Originally, Larry was going to fly over the Mojave Desert, but with high winds, the Inspiration 1 began flying a different direction over Long Beach in California. But that's the good thing about lawn chairs. It doesn't matter where you're going, what matters is deciding to get on. Larry ventured onwards, passing 2 planes along the way. The pilots were probably just vibing, talking about their dig-dug high scores or something, when they saw some man sitting on a lawn chair thousands of feet in the sky. Soon enough, Larry's at an altitude of 16,000 feet in the sky. For reference, that's about 11 Sears towers stacked on top of each other. Larry finally decides it's time for him to descend back to the ground. He pulls out his BB pistol and shoots some balloons above him. And then, Larry accidentally drops the BB pistol, causing it to plummet thousands of feet down. Now, the pistol was the only way of breaking the balloons on his aircraft, but it turns out, with the amount of balloons he popped, enough helium was let out of the Inspiration 1 to begin a steady sink downwards. Larry and the Inspiration 1 gently decline until the aircraft gets tangled in some electric wires in a town over Long Beach, allowing him to come to a stop. After 20 years, Larry Walters fulfilled his lifelong dream of flying. I really like this story of Larry Walters' flight because it shows that you are never too old to follow your dreams. It took Larry over 20 years to accomplish his goal, and he later announced on a talk show that he achieved inner peace because of his accomplishment. Larry Walters was an inspiring man, and his flight will be remembered.